All right. So if you're working on the senior spread and you have to set up for the seniors, and say you put a picture of a senior here, and you say, okay, well, I have a picture of a senior, and maybe I want to put their name on the bottom. Okay? So let's see. Do we have a picture of Jake? All right, here we go, Jake. So we are setting up seniors here for our picture spread. I'll go File, Place This, or Control D, and I'm going to find Jake picture 150093. So here's Jake here, senior picture, and I'll click and drag. And so say I have a picture of Jake. Jake, what is your name? Jacob. What's your middle name?
Michael.
All right. So we have this. I'm going to Control B to fix this up. I'm going to make sure this is perfectly good. No problems right here. I want to make sure that... Oh, and hey, you guys wanted to put a quote, I think, right? Didn't you guys say something about that? Senior quotes?
Yeah, we should.
So say, imagine that you did. I don't know. Hey, Jake, give me a quote.
I don't know.
Give me something. Come on.
William Hurt is the best person ever.
Handsomest person ever. Okay. Oh no, we can make it fit whatever. Okay, so this is perhaps a little too big. I'm gonna go small there. I'm gonna get this closer. Whoa. Oh my goodness, InDesign. Come on, give me a break. Let's see. Oh, it fit. And this is not gonna like it, so I'm gonna make this smaller. Okay. Alright, so say I have Jake this set up. And I'm perfectly happy with the way this is. Well, I'm not, but something like this. Okay, Jake? So say you have this set up. Let's see how many can you... I'm going to group this, Control G. And now Control Alt U to step and repeat this thing. I'll crank up the vertical offset so you can fit more. And his InDesign is freaking out on me here. Okay, I'm gonna have to use. This is 2x3, so it's gonna be 3.2. There's too many of these. So I'm gonna say 3 and 3. 2x3. This is just a mock-up, okay, Jake? So you see that using the step and repeat feature, I can actually mock it up, and apparently I can fit 9 in this size, which is pretty big, okay? So say this is what I'm gonna go with, and I'm going to center all these guys in the center of the spread. Perhaps I have more. Perhaps I have 2 spreads here, side by side. Control minus a little bit. They're not centered. Perfect. So this is your senior spread, perhaps. Obviously, you have to put backgrounds or whatever. But you know that a lot of seniors don't go and take their pictures until the very last minute. Okay? So now you have a problem. If you put all this in alphabetical order and somebody else in between comes later, you have to manually shuffle them all in continual order, right? So there's a smarter way to do this. The way I would do this setup is Have you ever taken InDesign? Alright, so I'll do something called threaded text frames. This is my original. On threaded text frames, I'll put a text frame and say I'll just illustrate a concept, okay? In here, I'm going to fill with placeholder text, just so you know. And you see the output of this text frame is empty. As I reduce the size of the text frame, the text gets hidden behind it, right? If I click on the plus sign, I can create a linked, a threaded frame. You see, now these two frames are actually, let me see here, show text threads. You see how they're connected to each other now? Which means that if the size of the previous one changes, the other one changes as well. The content is flowing out of this guy into this guy, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this guy inside of this. I'll copy, Control C, copy. I'll get the type 2, go inside of that, and I'll paste, Control V. You see how this now is inside the frame and the picture and the names is inside of a text frame. And I'll do that several times. Control C here. I need to use the type tool. Control V, 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 V. Oh, that's a bad idea. Okay, so I'll just use Control V. Okay? Now, what you have is a text frame that has several frames modeled up. Okay? And the way I'm going to set this up is I'm going to reduce the size of this frame, hide the rest, and I'll click on the plus sign to create another text frame threaded to this one. And I'll keep repeating that process. So what I'm creating here is a collection of frames that are linked to each other. It doesn't look like that for the people outside, but these things are. And I'm just going to do it quick because I'm not worried about neatness at this point. I just want to illustrate a concept to you. And I can go even skip a page, right? Perhaps I'm going this way and that way. I'll go from here to the following spread. Okay? These are all linked together. So say now I've decided that, okay, so somebody comes in here and says, hey, I just went yesterday to Clark's and I took a picture. You can delete this guy. I can go in there, use the direct selection tool. I'll choose place. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually have to. I'll control file place, I believe. And I'll choose the person. Happy guy. Boom. Okay. So say, now the problem is, okay, so this doesn't necessarily happen. What if a new guy comes in between these two guys? This is what you do. You get the type tool. You copy somebody. I click and drag this. Whoa. Click and drag to highlight it. I Control C to copy this. I move the type tool. With the type tool, I go in between the two in this type frame. I paste it. And you see how he pushed down this guy? And boom. I'm going to go in there. Control D. I'll put the new person in there. And there you go. It pushes everybody down anytime you do that. If there's another guy that comes in between these two guys, boom, clicking inside of the text frame, Control V to paste a new frame, remove the old picture, Control D for placing a new guy, and boom, put it in. And you see how this guy automatically shuffled down? That